Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Natalia Baryshnikova from Atlassian. I'm here with my friend Christian Kelly from Accenture. And today we're going to talk to you about a topic that's top of mind for many people. We're going to talk about enterprise agility and why is it hard, and how can you use best practices to drive a customer-centric mindset. So let's talk about what's so difficult about enterprise agility, because it is hard and there are all these challenges that organizations are trying to solve. So today we want to share what we find so hard about changing enterprises and driving transformation. And the first thing we want to talk about is rebadging. That is a very whimsical term, but that's a trap that we see a lot of organizations falling into. Sometimes you hear about it when people talk about doing agile versus being agile. But essentially, as companies embark on their transformation journey, oftentimes they want to start with changing names. And Christian, I know that you have some very good stories about what can go wrong with rebadging and what is it?
Yeah, I've seen this over and over again, and it typically happens in IT companies that are moving. They're either going through a pivot to product or they're on their agile journey. And when I've come into, I'll take a technology company that I came into on the IT side. They were working on redoing all their commercial operations. And when I came into that company, everybody wanted to go on the enterprise agility journey. But when you start digging into it, you had people who were a process person yesterday, they were a global process owner or a business analyst, and people just rebadged them as they're now a product owner and they're now a product manager, and they gave them these titles without any training, without any understanding of what it actually means to be a product manager, without the understanding of the customer centricity required. And so it's something that I'm pretty passionate about, is that if you're going to go down that road and you're going to go from doing agile to being agile, you really need to adopt a customer and growth mindset around customer. And you need to help your people understand how to start being in love with customer problems. Less about the processes, less about what you do internally, but more about your customer problems.
Yeah, it is the culture that's often overlooked. I would agree with you. And you know how they say fake it till you make it, but rebadging is fake it till you fake it, and then hopefully eventually.
Yeah, hopefully, like what's the path to making it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing you and I talk about a lot is this idea of the business requirement thing. And when I go into an organization and there's the ethereal air quotes and business requirements, who am I getting that business requirement
Who's the business?
Like, who is the ethereal air quotes business?
That's a great question. Sometimes it doesn't exist, or sometimes the business is you.
Right.
And as a product manager, I definitely see that a lot. The business or them business is often this, like you said, an ethereal concept that people often use in order to not do the discovery process and not getting closer to their customers. And they hide behind the concept of business requirements just because they don't know how to transform themselves. And unfortunately, organizations, when they think about enterprise agility and transformation, they think deeply about processes, but don't necessarily about the culture and how to transform the human nature sometimes.
That's why I love it, because as a leader in product, I've seen you over and over again get very deeply empathetic about the problems that your customers are having. And then when I've seen people say, well, the business does this, it's like, okay, how are you getting deeply empathetic about the issues, challenges, problems that your customers are having? Because we all have a downstream customer. And I think that's a change. That's that flip in culture from doing agile to being agile.
Yeah. I think that the key to tackle this, and what we wanted to share with the audience here, is to start small, right? But usually it is about thinking, how do you discover the actual needs, the actual problems that you're trying to solve with your newly created product organization, and the process of discovery and truly understanding and validating, importantly, customer problems. If the business says that these are the requirements, then how do you know that those actually are the requirements? There's no way around it other than speaking with customer more directly and figuring out how to discover those requirements and what they stand for.